Hey everybody.
My name is SolidGamer and welcome to the Stanley Parable. I made a new friend recently and he specifically told me to play this game, so I just got things set up here and let's begin. I've not seen very much of this game, so I'm all new to it. I haven't even seen any other YouTuber play this, and that's a long loading screen.
This is the
There
story
we go.
of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Was he?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
What
call a
to
meeting,
do?
or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Okay.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so I guess that's what we're supposed to do. Another one of those games where you don't have any legs. Can I do anything here? I don't think so. Oh,
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
no.
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
I like the idea.
Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh,
I thought the game crashed.
the loading screen was so sudden. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No
There's
matter how
no one
hard
here.
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Nope, that's right. I like work. I just hate my boss. Huh. No one's here. What does it say? How the mighty have fallen. Who farted? That mug there. Aww. Awaiting input. Username. Okay, so no one is at their computers. Fun. I think that mug says fun. Can't open any doors. I hate Mondays. A lot of coffee cups around this place. No doors are unlocked. Oh. I don't know if I can zoom in or anything, but
When Stanley came to a set
Oh.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
why should I go left? Just because the narrator said I should.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps
All
he
right.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ah,
Yes,
Nice.
truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
fuel.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Nope. I kept on moving.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Why should I do as the narrator says? Ah! Well, I started not doing as he said. Let's keep doing that. See what adventures
Stanley was so
this
bad at
brings.
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Okay. So, I shouldn't jump. I think this lift will bring us all the way over there, but I can jump off to that bridge there.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
Whoa.
here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in
I'll
someone
not
else
follow
can be difficult,
directions.
but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you, or what? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to
man.
happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Do not stand on this side of fence. Alright. Oh. The time is moving backwards now. That's nice.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red is my favorite color, but for the sake of the gameplay, let's do this.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm colorblind, okay?
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope, I did not.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't
Yes.
let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yep.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What...
I'll just see if there are any achievements or saves. Keyboard, mouse, video, or video. There are no. Oh, closed captioning, subtitles only, full captions. Alright. That's what I wanted to add.
What did you want to see?
Sorry for not
Vehicles?
having it from the
Skill
beginning.
Trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
Sure.
There we go. A third option. This
Whoa.
already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
So a third door. But that is also the way that he wants us to go. So I'll go this way instead.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Sure. It was really great.
You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Oh. Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Alright, I think this is... Oh. People beat the game in 2 seconds. Nice. I'll try this door then.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I just thought that people cheated.
Hey,
It didn't affect my choice of doors, actually.
I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
All right. I don't have a choice, do I? All right.
In this game,
Oh,
the baby
man.
crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Why? Why? No, I can't keep doing this for 4 hours. Are you serious? No, I don't want to look. I don't want to look. I don't want to look.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Okay.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. Oh,
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
it's
At last, the
Minecraft,
one thing you've
everyone.
always desired. A game I had
Oh.
absolutely nothing to do with.
I can't jump.
Is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then...
Oh,
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
I'm not gonna listen to what he says. I'm not gonna go inside. Or do I have to? No. No. Do I have to? I think I do.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No. No, I didn't. Oh, man.
Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Good thing we switched games before that zombie got me. How many games should we... Oh! It's Portal! It's Portal! Yeah!
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You
Yeah!
trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Hey, you're doing it wrong. I need portals. Did it. Yeah, I'll bring the music. Gimme.
Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Thank you.
Genius.
But then again, that's what we're supposed to do.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty.
No.
I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. And I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had...
Whee! Oh, yeah. Okay. Where am I? The music stopped playing. Crappy radio. Oh, man. I think that's a long way down. I really need light. I'm too afraid to go anywhere else. I can't see anything. Okay. I'll just try to jump right out here. Yay! Oh. Oh, nice. So we can go, nope, only this way. That's the first option we're presented with. The wall's broken. And here's the third option. We still have 3 options. So first, second, and third. I'll go with the middle one. What's this? Man, it's dark. Oh. I guess they all lead to this place. 423. Oh! We have light. Can I go inside? No? Ah, only one lamp. What's this? Can't do nothing here. Then I guess we have to go back. Aw, man.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
Yeah, well, I didn't know
He'll
where I
understand
was.
soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
I didn't know where I was going,
Yes.
so
Yes,
I guess
back,
there's some truth
no
to it.
way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
All right.
I can wait.
But I don't want to wait. Come on. Let me play the game. Yeah. Alright, we're back in our office. 427. That's our number. I can't do anything there. I hate Mondays. Oh, come to think of it, it's Monday today. I don't hate this particular Monday, actually. It's quite
Stanley
nice,
knew the
quite a
office
nice
layout
Monday.
like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Okay. Still can't open any doors. I need to follow the open ones. We're back at the...
When Stanley
Yeah.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. We tried to not follow orders and instructions. And that got us too far away from wherever we needed to be, I guess. I had no idea where I was going, but I'll try this as well. So now we're doing what he says. Then he should give us the story. I think.
Yet
Oh.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright, let's just take a moment to read this. Do not alter without consulting Whiteboard Manager. So they have a Whiteboard Manager. Targets push for funding for R plus D of new coffee machine. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of blurred out. Standardize graphs. I think graphs 40x wide. Not cost efficient. I get Chris out of the broom closet. Ongoing. Alright. They also crossed that out. Synergize papers. They needed to hire someone for that. The future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. What? Tomorrow is now. Alright, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Refleet. Cool. Oh, man. Bi-quarterly post-review. Teenagers, size of demographic. Spare between the teenagers. A lot of percentage. Throw something in the ideas bin. No more bins, trash cans. Renaming of the ideas. Firing of me, ideas bin. Alright. We need less reviews. 402 plus 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers. More water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net, some sort of child trap. Work harder, hard worker. Alright. Oh. Pause the video if you want to read this. Oh, there are slides here. I can't make it go faster, can I? No, I don't think so. There we go. Another slide, thank you. Talk less, do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. Wow. Oh, broom closet. I think there was someone stuck in here. Well, I guess he got out. Alright.
Coming
Up
to
or
a
down?
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Should I keep going the wrong direction? I'll try it a few more times. I think it's funny.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Yeah, I'm stuck in a loop.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Yeah,
Why did
that's right.
doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Yes.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
This is all a dream.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He
Who
wasn't going to
farted?
lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So,
Yeah.
he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Ah!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating
Yeah.
everything that I'm doing and thinking?
That's exactly
Now
my
the voice
thoughts.
was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Make
Did
up
the
your
voice not
mind.
see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
Yeah.
This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
No.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my
All right.
apartment, and my wife, and my job, All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone
Wake me up.
My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
All right. What's the meaning of this?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension...
Did he just kill us because we ignored the instructions he gave us?
So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. Was that the end of the game? No. End is never, the end is never, the end is never is... the end is loading. Okay, we're back at the office. Whew, great.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Yeah. Okay, which door?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Great. Once we get past the stairs, I will ignore orders once more.
There was not a single person here.
Let's look at this slide.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Let it ball up inside you. Alright, I guess we're gonna go back to that room again.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
upstairs to his boss's office. Very good. Alright. Okay. What does the sign say? Executive bathroom. Alright. I don't have to go right now, so... Business time. A graph. What does the graph tell us? Ah, I can't reach it. Ah. I can't jump. It's really annoying. Oh, a
Stepping into
piano!
his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
No one's here, right? I'll try it.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, wow. Dude! Oh, an elevator. Ooh. Where are we going with this? Man. Okay. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Ooh, that's a tough one. He just told us to go there, so I'm not.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Ah, what the heck? Violent?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
You can't deny it's pretty, interesting to see where this leads. Huh? What happens if I jump down? Ooh. I like the game so far. What do you think? Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion, and Stanley was
Oh, I
inched
think I
closer
remember
and
this
closer
kind
to
of
his
elevator
purpose. It reflected
from another
that his
game.
life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know.
Oh,
Storm,
man.
Trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
No.
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
No.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No. No.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh. Damn it, Timmy. You made me play this.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Whoa. Hello. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layouts remain almost identical to the first iteration. Alright. Nature paintings. Yeah, we saw a bunch of those. So the game is the office. 1, 2, 3. Spilled coffee. And the button sounds. Oh. 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 Oh, yeah, that's right. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Wow. Oh, it's my desk. It's my desk, everyone. I think it is. So, we walk through here and through there and to the left, and we encounter the two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Filing cabinets. Yup. Office computers. Employee database. Oh, the harp, I think. That's a Windows 95 game. Played it a lot. An installation. Program manager. Alright. Credits. Nice. Wow. They weren't very many. Made using Source by Valve. Yes. That's where I remember all the games from. Cool. 431, 436. Empty. Where should I go? To the left? What's in here? The office. Maintenance room? An early version of the maintenance room. Oh, that's so cool. The point of the Stanley Parable HD remix is to lose. The point of the Stanley Parable HD remix is to win. These are screenshots of the Stanley Parable HD remix. More endings, fewer endings, more narrators, fewer narrators, more Stanley, less Stanley. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image. Was the clock there before? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? Larger text, get rid of the text maybe, then words. Alright. Whoa. Are you a rock? Narrator emails. After the second trailer was sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here's a selection of those emails. Am I Stanley? Are you spying on me? I don't... Why? How? A question brought forth by the intense passion of my soul. Will the Stanley Parable have infinite quests? How many endings? If the Stanley Parable is really going to let me go shopping. Alright. Message for today. Oh. The office. Let's explore more. The lounge. An early version of the lounge. Oh. What? Apartment timer. Oh. Nothing happened. In the previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. We haven't even done that yet. This second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Ah, yeah, that's right. Like you can jump off to the side there. The cargo lift. The cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. One option, two options. One option, vent. Like, first choice, obey, disobey, lounge, a vent. Wow. Maintenance layout. The flow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. Meeting room. Okay. The game is now paused. Begin the game again, resume the game, options, return to menu. Ah, the escape menu. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Begin the game again. I won't do that. I want to check this out. Switches. Zending levers. These levers were originally a part of the zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color lever they had pulled. Oh, the zending model. The zending went through many iterations. This room represents the fourth version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. Did I just skip a huge part of the game? The screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Oh, 78. What's this? Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. 15. Monitor room elevator? Countdown room? Can I go back down here? Exit. Oh. Game design mock-up. Oh, 427. Here's my... Oh. Oh. Oh, they're different layouts. Wow. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011. The second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. So, he drank more coffee at this time, I guess. 1 cup, 2 cups. Shall we go to the ending, maybe? Or, I'm not even sure if that is the ending. I'll just take a look over here first. Let's see if there's more stuff. Of course there is more stuff. Office clock. Boss's office. Oh, yeah. So the one in the middle is the one we played. Nice. Oh, nice. We're back at the this room, the big room. Let's check this out then. I want to see it all. Employee lounge. Underground. Oh yeah. That's the mind control facility, and that's the escape we took. An early version of the underground portion of the game. What's this? Narration outtakes. Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator. The voice of the narrator recorded dialogue for the entire game.
He traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice forever.
Nice. He recorded the dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game.
It's the kind of thing you pick up on intuitively without even the most fundamental understanding.
Okay. That's just hard to understand when he keeps mouthing over himself like that. Let's go to the exit, see what where the exit takes us.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Okay.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Stanley and the narrator, I guess.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both
Not
fail.
this again.
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now. It'll be your only true choice.
I don't like this.
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time.
Okay.
Okay. I'm still waiting. Am I supposed to, press escape? Where am I supposed to wait? Hello? Can we... What happens if I do that?
Was that really... What?
This is the story of a...
Okay. We have the game here again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a
Door on
set
his
of
left.
2 open doors,
All right.
he entered the door on his left.
Here are those paintings.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yep.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Sorry for rushing it, okay? Oh man.
Feeling soothed
That's so
and
good.
rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Whew. I thought that was something else first. Okay, we're back. We're back at the... Yeah, nice. Let's press this. Okay, going down. Oh man. The story changes when I do things too quickly. Okay, we're back here.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
They already did that. So let's go inside and see what happens. Is that an idea button? Those are just random numbers, aren't they? Alright.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Whoa.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh. Oh, camera. Camera button. Hate Mondays.
Now the monitors
Whoa.
jumped to life. Their true
Oh
nature
my
revealed.
god.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What can I do now? I'll just keep going this way, alright? Wow, that's pretty scary actually. Fired. Fired. Where is our number? Am I supposed to jump down?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Why can't I stop playing? I don't want to end the episode.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Where can I shut it off? Huh? That button didn't do anything. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. I think this big ass red button stops it, and in there it starts it. I can't press it. I can't press it. Ah, crap. What happens if I walk down in the middle here? Nothing. Still cool though. Okay, facility power. Facility power. Alright, we have like a monitor that's the size of my house.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Disobeying! Yeah!
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this
So
is
I have
much
to turn
better
it
than
off
what
to,
I had in
survive,
mind. What
I
a
guess.
shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Can I go somewhere?
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone
I'm just having
inside,
a hunch.
or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away
See
from
what I'm
you
doing?
was quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Oh, great.
These are precious
Thank you.
additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing
just
in
want to
this
shut
room.
it off.
These numbered buttons. No,
Do-
these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds
What am I to
until a
do?
big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Ooh. Okay.
It's loading. So, we're back at the office.
All of his
No?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
This
memo.
looks different, doesn't it? Wow.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
Door on his
doors,
left.
He entered
All
the
right.
door on his
I'll
left.
speed run to the place where we shut the thing off.
Oh,
Yet there was not a single
yeah.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
Do
up to his
you
boss's office. Coming to a
see
staircase,
the
Stanley walked upstairs to
speed?
his boss's office.
Okay, I think we all know could roll by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
All right. It's all different every time. How weird. I need to drink something. Now let's just go.
Stanley walks straight in. The heart of the operation. Controls
Here we go.
Or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh yeah.
What just happened?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yes, he had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Ah, that's so beautiful. Was that it? I don't even know when the game is ending. We're back in the office. What? Why though?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two
I think
open
this
doors,
is
he entered the door on his left.
gonna go on forever, actually.
Yet there was not a single person here.
I want to see the last slide.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Thank you, Timmy, for a wonderful game and a bunch of laughs. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all of the text. Everyone is unique, you most of all. Yeah, heard that one before. Oh man, leave a comment and let me
Coming to
know
a
what you
staircase,
think.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And subscribe for more adventures in the future with me, SolidGamer.
Here's the door.
Yes, the door, just go. It still isn't the same. I'm here. What is it now? Like the third time? Why is it different? That really annoys me. Alright? I just want to keep playing because I don't know if it's gonna be the same every time.
Well,
If I stop the game here and there is more to it, let me know in the comments and I will keep playing it, because I've spent more than an hour on this game and I really enjoyed it. Leave a comment and let me know what you think, as I just said before. And I will see you guys in the next video, I hope. Yeah, a lot of employees. Oh man, thanks for watching everyone, and thank you Timmy for this fantastic game. Yeah, and also, you know what to do with the like button. I think you do by now.
smash it!